What's good, y'all? It's that boy, Easy Millions, and I'm your host of That Boy ETV. You already know, man, we are back on Black Ops 6, and it's another week. And once again, man, I get on the game and I'm playing, and I'm tired. I know y'all probably tired of hearing me say this, but once again, I'm getting online, bruh, and I can never play any of the new maps, bruh. I finally saw Haven come up on the map selection, and of course it lost out to, I forgot what the other map was. And then I finally saw Fugitive come up on the map rotation as well. That one also lost out. Now, other than that, those two instances, every other time, the map selection is always something like Barrage, Grind, Babylon, Nuketown, Protocol, these maps, right? I'm sick of playing on these maps. Like, can I at least play the new maps more than once? I've played Haven 0 times. I've played Fugitive once. I played Blitz, that bridge map, once. I played these new maps very rarely. Even when I go in the face-off, I'm playing Pit, Heirloom. I'm playing all of these maps. I'm rarely playing it. You know what's funny? I guess since Bullet 24/7 is a thing, that's the reason why I rarely see it come up in the regular playlist. Because Bullet 24/7, so even though I hate that map personally, but I rarely see that map also. Just the way map selection in this game is just ridiculous, right? Now, other than that, man, because I've been talking about that a little too much the last few weeks. But other than that, the other thing I want to talk about is how this game, right, has so many gun mods and score streaks locked behind events. So essentially, if they put out an event, a limited time event, and if you don't get on and play enough to collect either them dumb coins is what it used to be, this time around you just got to get XP. But if you don't get on and do these events, you will literally not have certain gun mods and score streaks in the game. You just won't have them. So let's say you have, I don't know, a vacation or something, and you vacation during the time that the event is live. Well, you just don't get to get that score streak. It's not like you can go back and get it at a later date. You can't go buy it. You can't pay for it, and you can't unlock it any other way other than the event that's live at the time. So that's kind of weird, because I know there was a 3-round burst mod for, I believe it was the M4 or something like that, and I was never allowed to get it because I didn't play the event. Well, I get that, yes, there should be certain things that should be locked behind the time you actually play it, but I feel like that should be things like skins. Like, if you're around for a certain skin, that skin should be locked. But things like a score streak, something that's a part of the game, it's kind of unfair that someone else has access to a score streak that I just don't. Because simply either I didn't have time to play the game or wasn't around to play it or whatever it may be. So I find that just to be crazy that that's a thing. But I guess, hey, that's what they feel is the smart thing to do, right? Smart thing to do. Well, now here's something a little bit more interesting for everybody, where Call of Duty wants to claim that it knows how its matchmaking process goes, and it just wanted to go ahead and explain that to us, right? So I'm gonna put this here on the screen, and as you can see, they claim that when it comes to the lobby, it goes connection, time to match, skill/performance, then the platform, then the voice chat, then your input device, then recent map/modes, and then playlist diversity, right? Now, go ahead and pause this, or I'll leave it up for a little bit just so you can see it while I do this. The first 3 we know are incorrect, right? Is connection the number one thing when we play? I don't believe it is. The number one thing is skill and performance. We all know that. That's why SBMM is destroying this game, right? Nobody can sit down and play this for long period of times anymore, because the better you get, the harder lobbies you get. Right? It's not like before where the better you got, you notice yourself stand out more in your lobbies. That's how it used to be. Now the better you get, they just put you in harder lobbies to even you back out again. So we all know skill and performance is actually number one, right? Now, we know after that, it's then probably connection, because they are going to try to match you up with the best people around the world, no matter what. And they don't care how long that takes. So this whole time to match thing isn't really real, because we all know that you're in queue times for a pretty long time, especially in comparison to what it used to be. Right? But let's look at this here, where they are listing the things that are most important in order, right? So they have, number one is connection. As a community will attest, ping is king. Connection is the most critical and heavily weighed factor in the matchmaking process. When we know that's not true, it's definitely skill. And then they say time to match. And they say that this factor is second most critical to the matchmaking process. We all want to spend the time playing the game rather than waiting for a match to start. Now, that is true. But again, this just doesn't make sense. Now, down here on 3, it says the following factors are also critical to the matchmaking process. And it says under skill/performance. This is used to give our players, a global community with a wide skill range, the opportunity to have an impact in every match. Now, if this was the old Call of Duty, I would believe that. I would believe that if you got better, they would give you the opportunity to go out and stand out in a match and have an impact, right? That's what they would do. But now with this, those games where you stand out, that's because they done threw you a bone. It's because now they done put you in a lobby with people they know are just worse than you. It has nothing to really do with your skill, because once they give you that lobby, they're gonna throw you right back in there with the sweatbands, right back in there with the lifers, Call of Duty lifers. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna punish you. And then for players like me that are just good at the game, but we get on and don't spend too much time, every time I get on, man, I'm in here playing with Call of Duty rank skins, butt sliding around corners, man. You know what I'm saying? I be confused sometimes what game I'm playing. I thought this was realistic. I ain't never butt slide in my life. I ain't never seen a butt slide in the military when I served either. That's not a tactical move. So I ain't never seen no butt slide, but every time I log in, I got a Call of Duty rank skin butt sliding with a jackal coming around, dropping me off. Because that's what we all know is the main thing when they do the matchmaking. It's skill. That's why SBMM has been such a thing. Why are they lying to us? I don't understand why they're lying to us here, man. But hey, let me know ultimately how y'all feel about this. Do y'all think that, like they said, connection is the number one thing? Or are you in line with me and you believe that it's definitely skill/performance, man? Because we all know, or at least I feel like we all know, that they out here lying to us once again, man. But down in them comments, man, let me know how y'all feel, and let's get a conversation started, man. Hey, and I'm going to leave y'all off with the rest of this gameplay here in the background, and I hope y'all enjoy that, man. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, become a supporter, and catch me streaming on Facebook Gaming and Twitch at DatBoyETV. Now, catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.
Crush those standing area with scout post.
Scout post standing by.
Got a mover here. Hostile shooter.
Down the standing by.
Semtex, front. Five down. Perfect execution.
Let's go.
Hey, Woods, we'll take that victory lap now.
We got it. And we got best play, baby. Come on.
Ice. Enemy long range, head down.
Let's go, baby.
Doing good. I almost got another one go.
Quiet down over there, buddy. Quiet